Hey everybody, this is Deb with Truthification Chronicles, and I have a really short one for you here while I'm still working on editing the other one. And we have an affidavit here from 2016. Let's see what it has to say, because she was a witness to voter fraud in Broward County, Florida. Check it out. Affidavit of Chelsea Marie Smith. My name is Chelsea Marie Smith. I am over the age of 18. I am of sound mind, and I have personal knowledge of the facts contained in this affidavit. I was employed through a temporary employment agency, K-Force, and was working full-time at the Broward County Supervisor of Elections, herein after SOE, main office in Lauderhill, Florida. My duties included clerical work as well as delivering various items as needed throughout the office. My regular hours were from 8 a.m. until approximately 9 p.m., depending on the need. As an employee, I regularly clocked in and out of work as required. As part of my regular duties, I frequently handled absentee ballots, including time-stamping, registering new voter residences, and sorting and delivering ballots to various sections of the SOE headquarters. One of my supervisors, Dozell Spencer, had reviewed the various ballots with me as part of my training. As such, I am very familiar with the appearance of those ballots. On 10/31/16 at about 8:30 p.m., I was instructed by my supervisor, Charlotte Shipman Smith, to carry a stack of absentee ballot request forms to another room in the building, which they referred to as the Pitney Bowes room. I had never previously been asked to go to that room. When I got to the Pitney Bowes room, I found that the entrance door was locked and required a security number to gain entrance. I was never provided with that security number, so I could not enter on my own. The door has a long, thin window which was uncovered. Although I knocked several times, the people inside were too busy to notice. Through the door window, I could clearly see 4 SOE employees sitting at a table with stacks of documents and writing something. Eventually, one of the employees opened the door, took the ballots from me, and closed the door. I was not let into the room, and the employees seemed very rushed. From the door window, I was unable to determine what documents were on the table. I then returned to my regular workplace. I was then asked to deliver another stack of absentee ballot request forms to the same room. Once again, the employees initially ignored my knocking. I looked through the door window and could clearly see 4 SOE employees sitting at a table. Each person had a stack of documents next to them on one side and another stack on the other, and they were all writing something on each document. Eventually, an employee opened the door for me and, in a very hurried pace, allowed me in the room and told me to place my ballots on a different table. Once in the room, I could see the 4 SOE employees sitting at the same table actively filling out election ballots. Each had a stack of blank ballots to the right of them, about an inch high, and a stack of completed ballots to their left. There were perhaps a dozen in each completed stack. I could see that the bubbles on the right stack had not been filled in, while the bubbles on the left stack had been blackened in. I could also see the employees filling in the bubbles as they moved the ballots from right to left. I witnessed this activity for over a minute. I could see that the SOE employees were using the same black pens, white body with a black cap, that the SOE supplies to voters at the polling sites. I was then told to leave the room by one of the employees at the table. I completed other duties in another section of the building and left about 30 minutes later. I told my mother, Michelle Castellanos, what I had seen. I was initially frightened to report this activity to anyone at the SOE for fear of retaliation. The following day, I reported for work at the same office at 9:00 a.m., performed my regular duties, and took my lunch break at the regular time. When I returned from lunch at 12:30, I was met by a uniformed security guard at the SOE entrance and told that I had been terminated, and was forced to immediately turn over my SOE credentials. I was warned that I was no longer welcome in the SOE building and that I should never return. I was given no explanation for this action. I was able to determine the identity of one of the SOE employees using the Facebook site for the SOE office. The employee was Mary Hall. I recognized Ms. Hall from a group picture of SOE employees which is posted on the SOE Facebook page. I had also seen photographs of Mary Hall with her name on the walls in the SOE building. Finally, Mary Hall's Facebook page lists her employment with the SOE office. Thus, I can say that I saw Mary Hall, an SOE employee, sitting at the table in the Pitney Bowes room, actively completing documents with an SOE pen and placing them into a stack. Mary Hall was also the employee who told me to leave the room. I am executing this affidavit freely and voluntarily. I have not been pressured or enticed in any manner to provide this testimony. I am willing to fully cooperate with law enforcement in the investigation and prosecution of this matter. Further affiant saith not. So, there we have it. And this was on November 3rd, 2016. Interesting, huh? Very interesting. I don't know what to make about it yet. What I would like to see is who the judge was that handled this. And I'm going to do the digging on that to see if I can find anything. Because if that judge is someone who has ruled in other cases that had to do with this same office, maybe this is why this Brenda Snipes is getting away with all this stuff. If they've got bad judges in there, that could do it. And then my next question is, has POTUS been able to get good judges in there? And if he has, this could change everything. Because the judge I saw yesterday ruled for Rick Scott and said that they had to provide him with the information, which they didn't end up doing, so they are in deep doo. For those who follow Q, they knew about this back then, and they know about it now, and things are going to start coming out. So, keep that in mind. This time is different. This midterm election is like no other midterm election we've seen in our lifetime. Because this one, the truth is going to come out, and we're going to see behind the curtain as to what all the Democrats have been doing all these years to change the elections in their favor. Wow. So here we go, folks. Hang on for the ride. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you later.